Hey, yo, folks. Oh, did Brennan screw up this time? He allowed Dr. Russell to talk about acute grief reaction. Oh, let's talk about it, folks. Let's talk about it. All right, let's listen to this.
To be the veracity of the witness.
Have you listened to the statements of the defendant herself in this case regarding potential impact?
No, what do you mean?
Well, have you seen any statements made by the defendant to any media about potential impact or collision in this case?
Oh, are you
It's not
referring
good.
to what you've asked me previously about?
Terror reads clips or what is the best evidence in this trial?
Something of that. What do you mean specifically?
For the prosecution.
Have you seen any of the media statements by the defendant, 2020, Nightline, docuseries? Have you seen any of these statements in your analysis of whether or not there was a impact or collision between the defendant and her Lexus and Mr. O'Keefe? Have you seen any of those?
I did see some statements, but that was after I rendered my opinion.
And some of those statements, after you rendered your opinion, did some of those statements come from the defendant herself?
Yes.
And when you listen to those statements, did you hear any of them talk about the idea or issue of collision or impact?
Yes.
And when you listen to those statements after you formed your opinions, did in any way change the analysis of your opinion?
Absolutely not. And I'll tell you why.
Please do.
Because she had, the defendant had undergone a very stressful event, finding her loved one in the snow. And so after a stressful event, many people suffer from what's called an acute grief reaction. It's very common. And they do things that seem to be irrational. They ramble. They act bizarrely. They make statements that are irrational, that don't make sense, and they oftentimes tend to blame themselves for whatever has happened. I've seen this many, many, many times in the emergency department.
Does this happen moments after a stressful event?
Oh, yes.
Does it happen months later when you go on 2020 or Nightline?
I've never seen that situation.
Yeah, no. Does it happen a year later when you go and speak to documentarians and be interviewed? Is that the same kind of condition you see a year and a half later?
A grief reaction can last years. It usually is very brief, but it can last years.
Now, when you looked at the clothes in this case, Mr.
Notice he had no idea what to do. He just went on. I mean, Dr. Russell, physician, emergency trauma expert, dog bite expert, 4 degrees, and a former cop, but she's not a psychiatrist. This is how unprepared Brennan is. When he gets an answer he did not expect, he has no idea what to do. Absolutely no idea what to do. And in this case, all of a sudden, he gives the defense this enormous argument for why Karen Reed said the things she said. This has not been brought in. To my understanding, the defense doesn't even have a psychiatrist on their witness list. So Brennan giving this to the defense, amazing gift. Amazing gift. So thank you, Brennan, for fucking up again. All right, that's it for me. Have a good one. See you in the next stream or video. Bye-bye.